Hey, we are going on in live. I've been super excited about doing these sessions, and I've had so many people like private messaging me just saying, completely need this. Like, we're coming to the end of summer, like literally September already. Where has this year gone? Has it been flying by for you too? Hey Sue, if you are watching on live, do say hi as you're coming on in, so it allows me to see who's there, like not literally see you, but it's nice to know that I'm talking to people and not just blobbering away to myself, which can often happen. But yeah, we're here on, it's the end of summer, we head into September, and I really love doing this work. September's like that, it's like back to school for the kids, getting back into a regular routine. It's really easy to just have that time off during the summer, which is absolutely awesome, and I definitely love having that time, that space, more relaxed feel over the summer. But it gets me fired up for coming back into September to really get focus, get clarity around the goals and where we're all heading for the end and the final part of the year. So I hope you've all been having a fantastic summer, and we are going to use this evening to really help you to come back into that space of having that clear direction, because like I say, it's so easy to get distracted, be all over the place. So we're coming in this evening. The thing when we are looking at setting and revisiting our goals is so often we'll set them at the beginning of the year, and a lot of people don't even go back to them. So it's a great time as well. After you've done this, if you are using, if any of you already have the planner, it's a great time to go back, and after you've done this work, have a look and see how it compares to what you did at the beginning of the year. I'm just going to go on, I'm just going to share this, just bear with me one moment. Cool, okay. So yeah, looking at where you were compared to where we want to be. Hey Catherine, exciting, loads of people tuning in, so thank you so much for joining me tonight. I hope you're gonna, it's such a powerful and very cool tool. It's something that I've been using for a good few years now, and whatever your experience of it today, I want you to just really be open-minded with it. And it's like anything, it's not just you do this once and it's going to fix everything. This has become a daily practice, something that I come to use on a daily basis, like most mornings, but I'm going to talk more about that afterwards. But this is, so often we go in search of our goals and our dreams and our desires, and we're looking outside of ourselves to, look for guidance, look for inspiration. This is all about you coming in and tuning into yourself, tuning into and becoming your own personal motivator, your own source of inspiration. And when you can start to do this, on a daily basis, this is where you really start. And I talked earlier in a live earlier in the week, it's the feeling of going from versus like, oh, this is struggle, this is hard, I've got to grind, I've got to push, and I really want to do this, but it's so hard, versus having this place where you can step into this vision, this idea of what it is that you want, that makes you feel excited, makes you feel inspired. And rather than feeling like, oh, I've got to do this, you're like, I'm freaking excited to do this. This is what I want my life to look like. So it gives you that mental kick up the butt every single morning to be like, right, this is what I need to do. This is how I'm going to feel in flow. This is how I'm going to feel calm and in control as we move forward into this. So this first step is to magnify your best life, and it is a visualization. Like I say, something that becomes a daily practice for me personally, and I just freaking love doing it. It is so inspiring. So we're going to get into it. So you don't need anything. Well, you do actually. You need a piece of paper if you don't already have a piece of paper around. So this is going to be for the end. If you have a piece of paper and a pen, for those of you who do have the planner, you can use your dream life map, or if you've printed it off, it looks like this. But if you don't have this, just a plain piece of paper, and you're just going to draw a cross around the middle. So just have that handy so you've got access to it when we get towards the end of the visualization. And yeah, the point of this is to have fun with it, like to be able to enjoy it. And it seems a little bit of an abstract thing when you first start doing it, but the more you do it, the more you practice it, the more that you can tune in. And like I say, this is very much coming from something within you. This is you going into your subconscious or unconscious or automatic thoughts, because it's interesting, the more that I do this, the deeper that you can go. And when you're doing this visualization, it's not to be forced. You don't have to think, oh my God, right, I've got to think of something. I'll walk you through it and talk you through it, but the point is that you allow yourself to be calm. You go into your breath and you go inside to your body and you just allow your mind to flow. And it's so interesting, the things that come up on the other side of this and this is why I get so excited about doing it. When we've done this on retreats, people have come away and just been like, oh my God, I just feel a complete different direction that I want to head for in my life. Some people come away like feeling really emotional about where they are right now versus what they saw in their reality. But it just gives you that inspiration, that reminder that you have so much power already within you, and this is the starting point for you being able to tap into that. So, dog's barking. When we go into this, and it is the dream life visualization. So often when we go into this, you can get caught in the trap of thinking, oh no, that's too big, that's too out there for me. We've got to let go of all judgments. There is no bars held on this. Like, to go into this with the vision or the idea that absolutely anything is possible. So think about tapping into becoming the person that you would always wanted to be and the things that you would like to experience. So unless we have any questions before we get going, I want you to find a space where you can sit comfortably, ideally sitting comfortably, because it is in the evening. I don't want anybody falling asleep. It's quite possible. You're going to feel very relaxed, but also very awesome. Cool. So if you have headphones, even better, to help you to zone out, to tune out to everything else around you. And just get yourself in a comfortable space. I'm going to check up on my notes because there's a really nice flow through this. So I want you to just sit, your spine straight, and you're going to close your eyes. And just start to notice your breath. Taking long, deep, full breaths. Inhaling, taking in fresh, clean air into the body. Feeling peace and calm. And just notice the shoulders with the out breath start to drop down. And relax as we start to go within. Taking a long, deep, full breath, filling up the lungs. And with each exhalation, feeling even more relaxed. Now as you breathe in, notice glowing, warm, golden light above your head. And each time you inhale, you're pulling that light down in towards the body, deeper into the body, allowing it into your heart space, and let it fill the body, the heart, with love and gratitude. And pulling that feeling into every single cell of the body. As you now, in your vision, are waking up. And this is your ideal life. Everything you've ever dreamed or wanted for yourself is now available to you in this vision. So you're in your bed, waking up as the sunlight streams through the windows. As you start to move and stretch, notice a feeling of gratitude. As you ground your feet into the floor, you notice you feel completely rested and refreshed. Notice your room around you, gorgeous bedroom that you've always dreamed of, with your favourite colours, light, airy space. You take your dressing gown on. I'm going to go down into the main part of the house. Beautiful house, your dream house. Notice how it looks. What's on the walls? Notice the colours. How you feel being inside that house. And as you look out the window, just notice the view. Maybe you're looking out at the beach. Maybe you're looking out into the mountains. Maybe you're looking out into the city. Wherever it is for you, your ideal location. Soak up the views. Notice how that makes you feel. You're then going to go and pour yourself a cup of your favourite warm drink, whether it's a coffee, whether it's matcha tea. You sit with that cup and walk through your morning routine. Starting your day with intention, within clarity, with a sense of calm, and also a sense of excitement as you look forward to what the day has to hold for you. Get dressed, back up in the bedroom. Notice how you feel in your body, with your muscles, with how lean your body is, feeling confident and strong in your skin. Wearing clothes that only amplify how amazing you feel. You love the clothes that you have in your wardrobe. They make you feel awesome. And you start to set about your working day. The work that you do, you absolutely love it. You look forward to completing and doing your work, helping people, making a difference. You feel full of creativity and passion for what it is that you do. Feel as though you're making a difference and an impact on people's lives. And in your work, you feel fully supported, knowing that you have people around you who can help support you with anything that you need. And together, you're making awesome things happen. Notice how you show up when you're at work. How you speak to people and interact with them as your most confident self. Having a clear vision of how much money you're earning. Knowing that you no longer need to stress about money, that there is always enough. Notice a feeling of being good with money, that you are saving it and investing it, and you always have enough to do the things that bring joy into your life. And seeing the vision of how you add movement and exercise into your day. You finally found an exercise that you love doing, whether it's working up a sweat in a way that feels amazing to you, or just walking and stretching, or just getting outside. You know that that's what your body needs for you in the long term. Your body feels happy, it feels so healthy and energized. You eat foods that allow your body to feel nourished, that high vibe, they taste amazing. You love eating these foods, and eating these healthy, amazing foods comes with so much ease. You feel completely connected to what your body needs. What are you doing to add fun into each day? Are you going out doing activities? Are you relaxing? Picture who you're spending your time with. Friends, family. How you're connecting with them. The level and the intensity of love that you experience when you're with each other. Really allow that feeling of love to soak right in. What experiences, challenges, or holidays have you got coming up? Where's the most amazing places that you're going to be visiting? Types of hotels do you stay in? Maybe you're adding in travel and making an impact and doing charity work while you're there. You're constantly upgrading your life, but also having an impact on those around you and being able to give back. Notice that in the evening, when you finally get into bed, you have an incredible and overwhelming sense of fulfillment. A feeling of pure gratitude. Yet a knowing that even more bliss and joy and new levels are always available. And you surrender to infinite possibilities. And always remaining open and excited for more. And just allow yourself, again, to soak up that feeling of fulfillment. Breathing it in. And then very slowly, coming back into your body. Just start to move around gently. And when you're ready, you can slowly open up your eyes. Ooh! I don't feel the energy coming from that. Okay, so I want you to grab your piece of paper if you haven't already. Any piece of paper. If you've got the Dream Life Plan map, then use that. And now I want you to split that paper into 4, and we're just going to have a huge brain dump for everything that came up for you, really, because I always find it's just so interesting where you're like, oh my god, where does that even come from? If anything did come up for you, I'd love to know in the comments. That, you know, there's so often when people just have like these aha moments, like, oh my god, yes, that is what I'm looking to create. And I just find it really exciting and empowering practice to do. So now we're going to jot down these different categories that you came up. So just start making notes, and I want you to do it now, because whilst it's fresh in your mind, and this, it doesn't mean that it has to be anything fixed. Like when I do this, I dream ridiculously big, like ridiculously huge. And I always think, for me, that's what excites me. And if you even got a little bit close towards that, you're still going to be taking huge steps forward. So just jot these things down, no matter how stupid or ridiculous they may seem. This is for you, it's not for anybody else. So let's go through every area. So what you thought about when I talked on your health. So what did your body work look like? What did the type of foods that you were eating? What were the workouts that you were doing? How did you feel within your body? Now note down any like thoughts, any emotions, any physical feelings that you notice. Write that all down on the body. Then on the self section, so we have one section for body, one section for self. So with the self stuff, think about the things that you were experiencing. Like, how was your confidence levels? How did you feel you were showing up or holding yourself within the other people that were around you? What were the holidays, the experiences, the house, the location, all those different self elements, the developing, anything that you were particularly learning. I was sometimes things that I know that I courses will want to go on sometimes come up for me in the visualizations. Then in the relationships section, who are you with? What were you doing together? This is always a fun one to do. Think about the different experiences that maybe showed up for you in that. How did you feel around those people? Who were they? Was it a significant other? Was it someone that you haven't yet met? Jot those down, and again, notice the feelings, the thoughts that came up around that. Then the final section number 4, the career. What were you doing as a job? What was your role? Was in line with your passions, the work that you loved? How much money were you earning? It's always good. I always like to have a financial figure. And what did you feel excited about doing more of? So anything that you notice, from the physical, the thoughts, the feelings, the sounds, the smells, the emotions, tap into every sense and be able to recognize it and just jot it down onto paper. It doesn't have to be neat. It doesn't have to be, it can be pictures. Some people like to do pictures on this stuff. If you're the arty type, I'm definitely not. I like to do words. And this is, you know, a lot of people talk a lot about vision boards, and you could do this in the way of a vision board as well. If you like to cut things out on pieces of paper and create a vision board and have that up there, you could turn this into a vision board. Another way that I like to do it is to have a Pinterest board on Pinterest and put some of those ideas on there. If you're a visual person and like to have that in front of you, then that's a great way to do it. Is being able to tap into like the energy of what, and the feelings and the thoughts of what this brought around. Love the prompt on travel, volunteering abroad. Yeah, I think giving back and contribution is always a big element. I think we feel more fulfilled when we're being able to give back, so that's something that I like to put in there. Oh, what it came from being able to travel with work every now and then. Yeah, Charlie, I know you're in a real point in your life where you're feeling that you're being pulled to do something else within your career. And like I said, this is not one set in stone thing. This is a powerful tool that when you revisit it and do it again and again, and what I'm actually going to do for you guys is I'm going to record that. And if you can do it with some like really nice like meditation music in the background, and if you can do that on a daily basis, like a regular basis, it's really you start to develop these ideas. It starts as a little spark of just something, a possibility, but the more that you repeat this process, these things start to reappear. Some things will change and some things will just completely drift off, but those things that keep on recurring time and time again, those are the ones that you want to grab onto. That is what I say is your soul, is your heart, is your passion calling. That's what you want to grab with both hands and keep moving towards that, and use that to channel into what will go on in further sections, is when you start to create these goals. I'm going to touch more on that tomorrow. And so this is a process of being able to expand this, continually make it bigger, and really get into that on much more detail. And the more detail that you can get it on, the more power it has. House with a stunning view, seen when I wake up, going to sleep with the moon. Oh, that's beautiful, Catherine. And also having who else is in that house, in that space with you as well. I think that's incredibly important. In fact, in my visualizations, I'm always seen to be shooing the kids out of the door so I can have my peace and calm and quiet and look at my view of the mountains. It's a fun thing to do. And this, like I say, I get up, I do this in the morning, and I wake up, I'm like, right, come on, let's go. And this is what I'm talking about, that internal drive, that internal motivation that is coming from within you, because this is the stuff that you care about. And it's not just about like creating these things, these physical things. It's bringing together an actual emotional connection to these things, and that's what will keep to drive you forwards. And this is something that really forms part of my own morning routine. Like, morning routine is a whole other topic. I have a whole module on morning routine, of which this is a small part, but it's a great place to get started. So I deliver that within my 90-day coaching program, because I truly believe that if you change your morning, you change your life. Imagine doing this in the morning and waking up with that feeling of like excitement, inspiration. This is why I'm doing this. This is why I'm getting up out of bed and doing whatever it is that you are doing in your day, is because of this vision, rather than waking up in the morning and just be like, oh God, another day. Yeah, it changes your energy around everything. And I completely believe that when you change your energy in the morning, you can change the rest of your day. And you're setting yourself up with those healthy intentions first thing in the morning. It's going to help you to make better choices throughout the day. So yeah, thank you for sharing your things that came up with you. I think it's great that we can really continue on the conversation with this. So I'm going to share this over into the free group, the Happiness, Health and Adventure group. I get that a lot of this stuff is quite personal and not everybody wants to share it live here, whereas the group a little bit more private. So if there's any other questions or anything that you want me to continue to expand on, we continue the conversation over there. Now, in tomorrow's session, we are going to be looking at how we can develop this further, how we can then expand on what is the morning practice, that we can start to put this into, like, because this was all a big dream, a big vision, and yes, that's all very nice and airy fairy, but how do we bring it into our reality? Because that's what we want to do. We want to be looking at creating this as our real life, and rather than just a dream life. And it was with this stuff, like, without any of this, I don't think I would be here in France. I talk about this a lot, like when we bought this house and started to do the renovation. So now a huge one of mine is my vision of the renovation that's going to be upstairs. So I use this as to help get that clarity, to get that idea, that vision of where I go and what I'm doing everything for. And that goes in every area, with relationships, with career, with health stuff as well. So yeah, tomorrow's going to be all about writing this into our reality. And again, I'm going to give you another tool that you can implement on a daily basis so that you can start to put this into practice. And it is a practice. It's not just, like I say, it's not just you do this once and it's like, oh, this is going to be manifested into my life and everything's going to be amazing. No, I'm not going to BS you into thinking it's as simple as that. It takes work. It takes a lot of work, but it's work that's fun and it's exciting when you shift the intention around it, rather than being that hustle, that grind, that hard to be like, yeah, this is exciting, this is fun, and I want to go and do more of this. So I absolutely, really and truly appreciate you being here this evening. If you've got more questions, do let me know. Also, if you're like really interested in a lot of this work, this is just the tip of the iceberg. My coaching group is about to start in September. I'm so it's my absolute passion, that group. The vibe inside that group is just amazing. There's so many incredible women in there. It's for people who get it, because not everybody gets it. Some people will be just like, oh, why can't you just be happy with what you've got? And it's not about being unhappy with what you've got, but it's about the realization that there is always the opportunity for more awesomeness, for more fun, for more excitement, for more success. And I think that is a big part of what life is about for me. I think we're always growing and evolving. So being with a group of women who get it, who also have the struggles. I have the struggles too, but these are the tools that have really helped me to just really enjoy and thrive in life and be here doing what I'm doing today. So if you are interested at all in the coaching work, drop me a message. You can find out more. But make sure that you come back in tomorrow evening for part 2, as we take the vision and how we can start to rewrite it into our reality. And I've done pretty good. I've kept it in just over half an hour, which was my target, to not babble on too long. So let me know in the comments, did you enjoy it? Did you like doing the visualization? Another thing is, did you struggle with it? Some people are like, find that they're quite blocked and like, oh, I struggle to find a vision. I think that happens when we start to overthink it. The more you allow yourself relax and to just allow the mind to wander. But that's where our great moments of inspiration and intuition come, is when we allow the brain to relax and slow down. That's when our greatest magic starts to come out, and that's really exciting. So if you did struggle with it, again, let me know in the comments and we can maybe give you some pointers to help you to work through it. But I would definitely say stick with it. Don't just do it as once, continue to do it. And I'll get the recording over to you as soon as possible. So if you haven't signed up to the emails, Colsey-Nicholls.com/realign, then I will send it over in an email once I've got to recording it out. That will probably be next week though, when the kids have gone back to school. Janine, love it, yay. So I know it has been so long. I hope you are doing well, my love. It seems like such an age since we spoke, so I'm glad you enjoyed it. So yeah, really, really good, and I've enjoyed the session, and we're back for tomorrow as we go into step 2. So we're going to carry on the conversation over in the free group. Until tomorrow, see you later, bye bye.